Hey everybody, September 16, 2022 brings with it a new blog post from Wargaming called A Roadmap of Sorts, and it looks to be a blog about their future plans for some upcoming features in the game. So let's get into it. Hey Legends, you ask us to share our development plans daily. Well, we're always hesitant to do so, and it's primarily out of fear of overpromising and under-delivering in a world that's moving incredibly rapidly at times. That said, we do have a few features that we're 94.325% certain will be delivered before the end of this year, so read on and find out more. So they're not exactly sure it's going to be able to be delivered, but they are more certain than not. All right, so the features are, in no particular order: port switching. Yes, indeed, we'll be able to switch to a different port with preferable lighting or a different backdrop if you don't enjoy whatever we're using for the current update at the time. And for me personally, this would be great to help me get better thumbnails for some of my videos, but that's just me. You guys probably have your own opinions about the different ports, but here you can switch to a different port if you don't like the one they're using. Next up is the extended service record, and this has been one of the most requested features since the game first became available. In this case, it's much better to show than tell, but keep in mind that what you see here is a prototype, and while the prototype doesn't show it yet, we do plan to have individual ship statistics available as well. So here's the first picture for the service record, and it has 5 ships listed here, the top 5 ships, and then it does give the win-loss ratio per ship. So as you might imagine, you're bound to be doing better in some ships than others. And here the combat profile, this will show you whether you're leaning more toward cruisers and battleships, as this graphic shows here, very lightly toward aircraft carriers, and barely no destroyer play. So it'll be very interesting to see how the different combat profiles shape up for the for individual users. And then here is work in progress, got win rate, number of battles, and I guess that's per ship, I guess. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see when this actually becomes available. And then the next graphic here is top 3 played tiers, tier 7, 5, and 4. And okay, so it's a different breakdown of stats that, this is a different way of showing some of these stats. I think these stats were probably listed in the previous stats screen, but in a different layout. All right, next up is the training room, and this is a big deal for a lot of people. This one is self-explanatory, but there are some important caveats. The initial target was to bring in the clan's social feature, which is actively being worked on, but our resources unfortunately allow for just one of the 2 features to be delivered. So they weighed the clan social component against the training rooms and asked themselves which one would be better without the other. The training room felt like an obvious answer as a way to help new players, or just give players the ability to experiment with different builds, new and old ships, commanders, and really anything you can put your mind to. But something to be aware of is that the training room functionality has a few limitations. Namely, you will not have any earnings or spendings for that matter, but there will also be no victory or defeat and no medals either. You will see who scored what in the team result list, but there won't be any economy. And I think that's, for me anyway, the big deal with the training rooms will be the ability to go out in a high tier ship and just experiment around without incurring any big time losses as far as silver credits go. Just to give you an idea, 150,000 silver credits, which is basically the service fee for a tier 7 ship, is valued at around 100 doubloons or 40 cents. So anytime anybody goes into a match in a tier 7 ship and they incur that 150,000 silver credit service fee, That's basically 40 cents that gets removed from your account. That's the value of the silver credits, even though you can build up silver credits in battle and a lot of people consider them for free. They still do have a value, and if you don't believe me, go to the store or go up top and do a conversion of doubloons to credits to buy enough silver credits to be able to purchase one of those aircraft carrier, legendary aircraft carrier barrel projects, and you'll see what I mean. The silver credits do have a value. So by having the training rooms not have any economy, that is great because you can really go out and experiment with your tier 7, tier 8 legendary ships, any ships. You will not incur a service fee, so that is awesome. I'll leave a link to my service fee video down below. All right, next up is special modernizations, and they are not going to reveal too much, but they're going to just say that it's going to be something to improve the ships you're particularly fond of and will allow you to improve your performance in the heat of the battle dynamically. So this might be like legendary skill activation or something. I don't know. Just speculating. Probably not good to speculate, but next up is the Halloween mode. This is the most obvious and closest feature. While we're not reinventing the wheel here, we're refining the previous iteration of the Halloween operation by adding various difficulty levels and the ability to improve your special commanders along the way. You'll also get some spicy new visuals for both factions of the conflict and get to try a new set of ships while dealing with the forces of evil. All right, this is very cool. I did enjoy last year's Halloween event. And here's a picture of, I guess, what they have proposed here. This kind of looks like an Iowa, and it does kind of look like it's got some hot rod camo from the Transformers. It looks a little bit like the Minotaur, and I think it's the Edinburgh that has the same hot rod camo. This looks a little bit, it's the same color red anyway as a hot rod. So as it says here, though, it is a work in progress. So we're just speculating on that. And finally, when it comes to ships, there will be a few interesting, cool, and outright weird entries until the year ends. While it may be anticlimactic for us not to name any of them right now, you may still see them being tested by us and the super testers in the regular legendary waters, so keep an eye out. We hope that's enough food for speculation. Keep your eyes peeled and turn the tide. Right, well, that's it for the Roadmap of Sorts blog. If anyone sees any of these mysterious new ships in legendary waters, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you have a screenshot, go ahead and send it to me on Discord. You might be surprised with the result of that. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.